Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Before getting into the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus versus Ruger Max 9 video, got some exciting news. Patreon has finally approved my account, so now if you want to make a quick $10 donation to the channel, just follow the link in the description below, and I will send you out a set of 4 coasters of one of these 5 designs. We got the Dirty Diamond. Ooh, nice. We got the Lucky 4-Leaf Clover. That's good. Fancy Floral. Elegant. Superscript. And Fantastic Flannel. If you're wondering how big these are, they fit a whiskey glass very easily. Some are going to be darker than others. Thickness wise, they're about 4 to 6 ounce thick. All of them have been hand burnished on the side, so if you're wondering what that means, if you don't know, have a look at that one. That one hasn't been burnished. The other ones have. You see how it's nice and shiny on the sides. And they are now available. So again, if you want to make a quick $10 donation, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Let's get on to the comparisons. Alright guys, here we go. We got the Ruger Max 9 here and the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. Man, guys, never before have we had such a grouping of great pistols available, micro-compact pistols available with an increased round count. Before, micro-compact pistols, yes, very small, very comfortable to carry, but the round capacity was an issue. Sometimes there were 6+1, 7+1, maybe if you're lucky you got an 8+1. But now, between the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, the Ruger Max 9, the SIG P365 XL, and the Hellcat, now you basically have pistols that are smaller, easier to carry, with the same round capacity as a compact pistol. In the Ruger Max 9, you get a 10 rounder with the 2-round extension, so you got 12 plus 1, that's 13. Shield Plus, it's a 13-round magazine plus 1, so you get 14. You get 14 in the Smith, 13 in the Ruger. Both of these will come with their individual 10-round magazines as well, so increased round capacity. And if you wanted to check out the video review I did on the SIG P365 XL, I'll leave a link for it right over there. Now let's have a look at these two guys, starting off with the sights. So here's a look at the Smith, standard 3-dot sights, and it is not optics ready. Now I know the Pro version that they're coming out with is going to have the slide cut for your optics. It is going to have ported slide, and it's going to go from about 3 inches to 4 inches. My issue is this is kind of expensive already compared to the Ruger, and if you get the Pro model, it's probably going to be at least another $100, increasing the price. I think for the price that you get here, you should already have the optics ready for you. Now, looking at the Ruger, not only is it optics ready, but the sights that are on here are taller, which means that when you put your optics on here, you're going to be able to co-witness with them. And even if you don't, the height of this rear sight will enable you to practice your one-handed manipulations, to rack the slide back. Maybe you hook it on your belt or your shoe to practice if one of your limbs is injured. So that's nice to have there as well. Again, there's a look at the plate there that's removable. Again, I like the fact that the rear sight is not part of the plate, right? Meaning that you can remove the plate, put your optic on there, and then use it to co-witness. Like the fact that it's blacked out. It's going to draw your attention to that incredibly bright tritium front there that's outlined in white. So it's going to be great in low light situations. And when you're in the daytime, it's backed up with this fiber optic tube back here, high vis as well. So it's going to collect all of that light coming from the sun, hit this tube, and just start glowing like crazy. So again, this is the least expensive option out of the Hellcat, the SIG, and the Smith & Wesson. So those already, a lot of features on the top that the Smith doesn't have, and that's more money. All right, let's have a look at these slides here, and you can see they're about the same thickness, and I can tell you right now that I like the simplicity of the Smith. Little bit of a cutout here, just rolled right around here, beveled right down here in the front, so when you're holstering, it doesn't catch on anything. Now the Ruger looks a little bit more, I don't know, like geometrical. It's got some really serious cuts here in the front, and some people are going to dig it. You see that? There's an angle here, an angle there, and then another angle there, and that's what the slide looks like on the top. It's also beveled here in the front to make holstering easier. I don't have a huge problem with that, but I just think that the Smith looks cleaner in that aspect. Again, let's get them back to back. You can see just how that beveling in the front angles there on the Ruger. Now, one of the things that really bums me out about the Shield is these little tiny serrations in the front here. Scalloped, they feel not important, like they might as well not even be there. The rear, great, right? You can feel that. The scalloping is there, nice grip, but it's just the waist up here in the front. While the Ruger is nice. You can grab that on there, and some people aren't going to really care about that. But to me, it looks more balanced, right? You have them on the front, you have them in the back, versus just having this uselessness in the front. All right, let's have a look at the safeties. This Smith & Wesson Shield Plus doesn't have the thumb safety, although they are available with it. But it also has a trigger safety here, meaning that it will not engage unless you press that in there. So if you just do this, it's not going to go anywhere. For most people, that's enough safety as you would need. Again, you do have to press that front platform in there to pull it. I also like the fact that it's nice and flat. Sometimes you'll get a trigger shoe in here that's kind of pointy, so I like the fact that that's a flat trigger face. The Ruger does have a thumb safety, much like a 1911. Very easy to sweep on and off, and it does sit super flush to the frame, so you're not going to feel that when you're carrying. That's a nice option there. And it also does have a trigger safety right in here. It's kind of rounded. It's not as flat as a Smith, so it doesn't feel as comfortable. Again, if you just pull that without pressing that in the front, that safety, it will not engage. You have to press it and release it. Okay, having a look at the slide catch release control, you can see that it sits really flush right up there to the frame. You got nice serrations in there to make it a little bit more grippy, but when something is that flat, you got to put a little bit more effort into releasing it on there. But that's what that looks like, so close to the frame. The Ruger is the same story. I think the safety is going to get in the way here. Let me try to flick that out of the way. You can see it right there. Ooh, so flush. And again, you can see the serrations on the slide catch release. So again, both of these are very flush. You're not going to notice them at all when you are carrying. All right, both the Smith and the Ruger do not have accessory rails, so you're going to have to get one of those crazy clip-on trigger guard deals if you want to put a flashlight on there, which could be a problem for the Smith because this trigger guard is so tiny. It does come up to a cutout here, so it's nice and comfortable for your middle finger to kind of sneak right in there. Nice comfortable grip. Again, having a look at the trigger guard, you got no jimping or serrations in the front. Having a look at the Ruger, also again, no accessory rail, but look at the size of that trigger guard compared to the Smith. I don't know why they didn't just make it a little bit larger. You got some jimping, some serrations here in the front in case you want to sneak your finger around to hold it like this. Some people like to shoot that way. And you also have a nice cutout here, which makes it comfortable for your middle finger to fit onto that grip. I really like the magazine release on both of these. They are reversible to the other side. And what's key for me is I can actually punch this out with one hand. The SIG, I got some problems because the magazine release is stabbing me right in the middle of my middle finger, and I really had to move my hand around to kick it out. But with these, very easy. And again, flows naturally with the grip. Let's have a look at the Ruger. Ruger's a little bit smaller. It doesn't come out as much, but still when I gripped onto it and I flipped it over, I could tell that I could punch it out there. I can still feel it stabbing in the middle of my finger, but still I'm able to easily kick out the magazine, no problems. Now, as far as grips go, this is a wider grip this way, but it is extremely thin. I like this beaver tail up here, and if you can see here, I like the way that it comes down to this point right down in this area. This texture feels really good, and because of the way that this is shaped with this hump right here, this palm swell, fits very naturally in the hand. I will say this though, because of the thinness of this, it's very comfortable to carry, but I noticed that when I'm drawing it out, I gotta dig a little bit more in because it sits so flush to my body. So it could be the holster that I'm using, but with the Ruger and the Hellcat and the SIG, the grips are a little bit thicker, so I'm able to get into it a little bit easier into my holster and pull it out. But this grip is very comfortable texturing is really nice. And I like this grip angle. It's a little bit more flared out this way, more angled this way compared to the Ruger. But the Ruger I like because it's also a little bit more straight up and down. A smaller beaver tail area here. So a little bit less control because these are a little bit more snappy. The grip angle is more straight up and down than it is with the Smith. You can notice it this way, right? More straight up and down. Love the texturing. Love the texturing on this too. And you can see here that this is a thicker, more blockier grip. And that's why I'm able to get down into my holster a little bit easier. But I'll put them side by side. You can see that it's just thicker. The Ruger's thicker, flatter and rounder. And both of these do not have flared out mag wells, which to me is never a big deal because it's not competition shooting. That's what those look like on the bottom. Smith is on this side. Man, but comfortable grips. Both of them feel really good in the hand. All right, let's weigh both of these here. I put the 10 rounders in there because they both have 10 round magazines. So I got 1 pound, 4.3 ounces for the Smith. And then the Ruger Max 9 coming in at 1 pound, 2.6 ounces. So a little bit less weight for the Max 9. All right, let's have a look at the Shield trigger. And this by far is the best trigger I felt in the Shield ever, okay? It's nice and smooth right up here. I'm just going to pull it like normal, like glass. Very crisp. Okay, I'm going to kick it out for the reset and just pull it again for you. All right, this next one I'm going to really try to go as slow as possible. Again, nice and smooth right up to the wall. Going to really try to creep on this one. Hard to do. Okay, here's the reset again. All right, try to go as slow as I can here. Yeah, I'll do one more. Okay. Such a great trigger. One more reset. Oh, very nice. Try to go. Yeah, really good stuff. All right, let's check out the Ruger, which as far as LC9s go, which is what this is kind of based on, really good. Okay, do I have it here? Let me see. Okay, again, easy to get to the wall. Oof. A lot mushier. Okay, here's the reset. Back on it again. All right, so this one I'll really try to take my time on it. Okay, right here. Yeah, I was really able to slow that down. Kick it out again. There's a reset. Nice and slow. Okay, one more. Oh, I should have done the reset. Okay, one more. Put the reset. Nice and slow again. Wow. Okay, one more. Reset. Okay, really slow. Okay. All right. Now, the reason that's important is some people really like a crisp trigger. And with the Smith, I wasn't able just to kind of creep my way in there. It just broke. It didn't give me the chance to have that sponginess. So for people that really like triggers, the Smith is going to be the winner. All right, let's try some trigger pulls here. Smith up first. Pull number 1. 5 pounds, 1 ounce. Okay. Hook that in again. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Okay, so maybe like 5.5 average so far. Try one more. 5 pounds, 3.5 ounces. All right, let's check out the Ruger. All right, let's get the Ruger in here. Ruger Max 9, first pull. 5 pounds, 12 ounces. A little bit heavier there. Sig has the lightest trigger, but definitely not as crisp as the Smith. 5 pounds, 10.5 ounces. Okay, last one. Last pull. All right, coming in at 5 pounds, 15 ounces. So the Smith not only has the crispier trigger, but it's also just a tad lighter. All right, guys, let's summarize. The Ruger Max 9 is the lesser expensive of the two. You get way better sights, and it's already optics ready. You got nice clear serrations on the front and the back. The grip angle is more straight up and down. It is thinner going this way, but thicker and more blockier going this way compared to the Smith. Now, the Smith is a little bit more expensive. The sights are kind of boring, very standard 3-dot system. The serrations on the front are pretty much useless. The trigger on here, however, is magical. The grip angle is a little bit more slanted. It's thicker this way, but very thin this way. Deeper beaver tail, very comfortable in the hand. Magazine-wise, you do get two 10-round magazines with each, but the Smith has a 13+1, so you get 14 here. The Ruger is a 10+2, and then you plus 1, so it's 13 altogether. So 14 here, 13 with the Ruger. If I had to choose one, I would probably go with the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. It feels really nice in the hand. Some people with larger hands are going to be like, man, that grip is too tiny. But even me with my tiny little Smurf hands, I love that larger grip and the deeper beaver tail, especially that nicer trigger. Well, all right, guys, let me know what you think. For me, I would pick the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. But maybe you like the Ruger Max 9. Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.